What's up, team? Today we're talking about deadlifts. Deadlifts are one of my favorite exercises because they train so much of your body in just one move. No matter what your goals are, you will usually see me program a deadlift. They're incredibly functional. You're going to see people deadlifting all over the place, whether it's picking up kids or gardening or grabbing luggage, you're deadlifting. So the more effectively and efficiently you can do it, the better you're going to be all around. So the deadlift mainly targets what's called your posterior chain. Think of it from your neck to your heels, all the way down. Your deadlift is really hitting. You're also stabilizing with your core, your quads are doing some pushes. So there's, as you can see, a little bit of everything in it. Today we're going to go over how to deadlift correctly, give you a couple of tips and techniques for some of the greatest errors that I see people do, and then we're going to do a quick little deadlift-based exercise that's going to light up your backside body, especially in those glutes and those hammies, and who doesn't want that? So grab your weights, we're going to go through proper technique, and then we're going to hit a workout together. All right, team, let's dial in your deadlift. The deadlift is a hip hinge movement. That means, imagine you're being chopped at the waist, hips drive back. There's a little bit of bend in my knees, but not that much. And then I'm squeezing my glutes, driving through my heels to stand up to straight. Again, hips drive back. Core is braced, drive through my heels, stand myself up straight. That's your hip hinge. So to add weights to it, I want you to take your shoulders, roll them up, back, slide them down into the sockets. They're going to stay down and in the sockets. I call that packed. From here, my core is braced, and then I'm going to drive my hips back. Keep my shoulders packed, 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 packed. Weights stop at mid-shin. From here, drive through my heels, brace my core, squeeze my glutes, stand myself up. So it's a drive the hips back, drive through the heels, stand up, squeeze glutes. One more time. Drive back. My chin stays tucked, nice long neck. Squeeze glutes, stand up. That is what a deadlift looks like. So two of the biggest mistakes that I see are the shoulders becoming unpacked. So that looks like this. Driving down, and then these shoulders just start to round, back starts to round. We're losing engagement through your lats, through those postural muscles. So making sure there's a little lift of the sternum, and those shoulders stay back and down in the sockets that entire time. That's going to work your back. Otherwise, we're just rounding. We do this all day long at a computer. We don't need to do any more. But the second error that I usually see is turning this into more of a squat rather than a hinge. So a squat, your hips and your knees are really bending deeply. Here, much more of a hip hinge, much less of a knee bend. So sometimes I'll see people do this. Knees are tracking way past the toes, hips are coming down. So to correct that, I think I start as if, again, somebody chopped me in half, push my butt back towards the wall behind me, and then just keeping a little knee bend, just a little bit. That amount of knee bend is going to depend on how tight your hammies are. If your hammies are super tight, you might need to give a little bit more of a knee bend. If you've got pretty flexy hammies, maybe less. Just make sure you don't hyperextend and lock your knees out. Those are your deadlift tips. So I want you to grab your weights. We're going to do a deadlift-centric glute and hamstring workout. It's going to kick your ass, literally. All right, my friends, we're starting with a regular old deadlift. So pack those shoulders in, brace your core, a little bend in the knees, drive your hips back, down, squeeze glutes, stand up. You're going to do a set of 10 of these. Down and up. Keeping those shoulders back and down. Core is nice and fired up. Back, low back especially, stays nice and supported. You got 5, 4, stand straight up nice and tall. 3, 2, 1 more. We're going to take it to a single leg deadlift. So just like that 2-leg deadlift, but we're going to take it onto one leg. So bend the knee of the leg that's coming off the ground. You're going to hinge at those hips, little bend to that standing leg, and then squeeze that right glute to stand yourself up. Now we're adding in that balance, little little bit more core challenge. And we're really loading that right glute. Ooh, 3. We're going to 10, team. Bend. 4. 5. Keep those shoulders packed. Don't let them round. 6. I can really start to feel my glutes fire up. 7. 8. Ooh, grab that balance. 9. Here comes Wesley for help. 1 more. Kick and hinge. Stand, shake that standing leg out. We're going right into that other leg. Can you lay down? Come over here, bud. Yeah, that seems like a really reasonable place to lie down. Bend that left knee. Shoulders back and down. Hinge it forward. Brace your core. It's a good little balance challenge. Don't hit the Wesley. Hinge it forward. Squeeze left glute stand. So you might find one leg to the other. There's a severe balance challenge. I'm right leg dominant, so my left leg is much harder than my right for me. These will help even out those imbalances. You got 3 more, team. Really kick, lift with that lifted leg. Activate that lifted leg glute to help balance. Good, 1 more. There you go. Go back to that right leg. Come to the end of that single leg deadlift. So you're in a standing T. Brace your core. You're gonna row. I suggest you go slow and steady to keep your balance. 3, 4, 5. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Double dutying on that back. Here's, ooh, got it. 8, 9, 1 more. 10, stand it up. You got 1 more leg. Hinge it. Little bend of that standing leg, active through that lifted, and row, brace. 1, 2, 3, slow, steady. 4, squeeze core into spine. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more. 10, stand it up. Nice job. Entire backside is lit up. Last move in the circuit, split squat. So you're gonna take not a lunge stance, but slightly closer. Your feet are still hip width apart, but here you're gonna take that same hinge, drive your hips back, load that front glute, squeeze stand. Hips back, squeeze stand. Isolating, targeting that front leg. An amazing thigh and glute burner. Notice that my torso hinges forward, stands it up. For 4, stand. 3, stand. Drive through that right heel. 1 more. Good, team, other side. Step back. Hips hinge back, torso hinge forward, lower, drive. Activate that left front glute. Drive that left knee out towards the left as you stand to get even more into that glute. Ooh, 4 more. Shoulders stay packed. 3, 2, 1 more, squeeze. Whoo, there it is. There is 1 set of your deadlift circuit. You've got 3 more to go to fire up those legs, fire up those glutes. You're gonna be walking like you rode a horse the next day, but you will thank me for it later. We'll see you next time. Say bye, Wesley.